Alright, let's take a look at the chart action for Dogecoin. Alright, so in my last video, we were looking at this downtrend we had on the 4-hour time frame, and it's kind of been faking me out on pretty much my last two videos. So it broke this trend line to the upside right here, and then it pretty much broke back down to the downside right here, and then it went pretty much sideways, and then now it looks like it broke back to the upside. So what I'm looking at now is I'm going to move the trend line and move it to the pump right here. I'm going to move this bottom of this trend line to the pump right there, and you can see that actually we're getting some more resistance right here, but it does look like we are getting a triangle pattern right here again. I'm not sure if it's just going to be a fake out when it breaks to the upside or to the downside, but in general what I'm looking at is still previous support and previous resistance for possible targets. So right here we had previous resistance right here, and then we had previous resistance right here pretty much. And then down here, we had previous support right here and previous support right here. So these resistance levels I'm looking at are .366 and .333. My limit orders that I have set are .177 and .155. When we actually found support right here, I put in an order right here, and then when we broke the 4-hour trend line, something like that, I put in an order right here. When we broke this moving average going to the downside, I sold this position right here, but I kept this one right here. So basically, like I said in my last video, I still have my limit order set at .177, and I still have my limit order set at .155, and then I have an order right here, and these are the possible targets I'm looking at for maybe resistance. I'm not sure if I'll sell it, but at these levels, I'll be looking to reevaluate to see what I'm going to do. If we break this trend line going to the upside, I might double down and throw down another small position right there. For me, when we break these trend lines going to the upside, I put a small position in, and when I put my limit orders in, I do like pretty much a bigger position. That's kind of my strategy right now. For the limit orders, I do a bigger position, and for my trend line breaks, I do a smaller market order position. But yeah, if we break this trend line going to the upside, hopefully we can get some volume. I'll put in another small position again, and then maybe we can ride that to these red lines up here, to these previous resistance zones. If we end up getting rejected, or if it ends up getting faked out, I only put in a small position, so I don't really mind if it goes to the downside. I'll just be accumulating. The other thing is, if we go to the downside, I'll be accumulating more because these are my bigger positions anyways, and I've been waiting to get these filled for a while now. If we check out the total crypto market cap, you can see we have this slightly falling wedge kind of pattern going, something like that, maybe a triangle pattern. I don't know, it kind of looks slightly falling wedge-ish. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, we had a downtrend and then a sideways action kind of thing, and then downtrend, and now we're going sideways again. But the one thing that I am looking at is we had resistance right here, and then we had resistance right here. And look, we're kind of getting resistance right here, but we are testing that trend line, guys. So we're testing that downwards trend line. If we could break through this trend line, then this will look pretty good. Pretty good, actually. And then maybe we can look for possible resistance at this resistance level right here. Like I've been talking about, we really want to break through this weekly 9 moving average before we could really start getting bullish. And that's this blue line right here. It's a moving average, so it's going to be moving as we go, as the price moves as well. The other thing I wanted to show you is if we go to the daily time frame, we actually broke above the 9 moving average on this crypto market cap, which is actually a pretty good thing. I mean, we broke above it right here, and we weren't able to stay above it, and we broke back down. So let's see if we could stay above it. I think that's the key. Can we stay above this moving average? Can we stay above this moving average? If we do, I think we're going to break this trend line, and then we could see that move that I was talking about. And that'll be pretty much this. It looks very similar to Dogecoin. The only problem though is if we break this moving average going to the downside, we'll start testing this down. We'll start testing this bottom trend line right here. And I don't know. I guess within a day or two, we'll see what happens. The other thing we can look at is Bitcoin and Dogecoin. So I'm looking at Dogecoin to Bitcoin, and as you can see, there's some resistance up here, and we have this downwards trend line going something like that. And then we had resistance all right here, and we're getting this resistance going something like this as well. And it looks similar to like the US dollar chart. We broke above it, but it looks like we're kind of getting push back down still. We might have to change this trend line, moving something like this now. The one thing that I do like though is we did break above that daily moving average right here, and we are still above that daily moving average. I drew this orange line right here because we had previous support right here, and look what happened. We were trending down and we actually caught some support right in this area right here. If we go to a smaller time frame, let's kind of see if we could get like an uptrend going, something maybe like this. It looks like we broke below it right here and we're kind of going sideways now. So I wonder if we're gonna see some more downside action, or if we're gonna just be moving this trend line something like this, and we're gonna be able to find support somewhere. We'll be able to find some new support or something. I'm not really sure. In general, Dogecoin's been faking me out, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but yeah, it does look like we are. It does look like we found some support right here, and we are an uptrend compared to Bitcoin. But in general, we do need to break this trend line right here to really start getting bullish again. And I bet if we go to the weekly time frame, we still have this 9 moving average that we still have to break above that before we can really start getting bullish as well, in my opinion. I think this orange level right here at about 494 Satoshis at this previous support right here might be a level to look at though. When we come back down right here, maybe we can find some support and get another bounce again. Alright, so in general, on Dogecoin, I'm going to be looking at this triangle pattern we have on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see if we could get a break to the upside and start looking at these targets of .366 and .33 and start just looking to the upside in general again. Alright, if you guys like Dogecoin, hit that thumbs up button.